I don't know.
Settled next to the Willamette River, Autzen Stadium is a jewel in the Pacific Northwest, and the flock of ducks that call it home have made this one of the most challenging places for any team to come calling. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here. You know how chaos can ensue.
Oh yeah.
They start smelling
I just posted it, bro. I'm playing right now.
See a squad from the ACC, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the
Oh, no, you good? I don't care. I'm tired. I'm just chilling, bro. You good?
Joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get
You
this
in
thing
time?
started.
You crazy?
The Ducks will kick it away first.
All right, bro.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense heads onto the field for the first possession of this game. And there he is. To this team's fans, he is a heroic figure. He is the guy who can lead them to the promised land.
This guy has been in big games, in big moments, and he's delivered for his football team. It never seems like a situation is just too big for him. This obviously is a huge game. I cannot wait to see this guy compete.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Going up top on first down. Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally tracked down at the 32. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. From the gun, to give, looking for room. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Trying to get to it. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
This defense got a lot of people's attention last week when they had 3 sacks. You know the offense was watching film, and they saw all these pass rushers and their abilities. They thought they had a good plan, but it's not working right now. They've already given up a sack here early in the game.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty's going to give the offense a 1st down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Irish! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
He'll bring it out. It's Dickey. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Ducks offense will have its first possession of the game. And David, we'll see just how effective they can be on the ground running against a backer like this.
But they're going to do what they do, and they're going to feature their guy. He's an elite running back. You're a great linebacker. Let's see who wins this battle.
There have been entire defenses that haven't been able to slow this running back down. This linebacker, though, he's got the athleticism to do it himself.
Tackled after picking up the 1st down. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Ducks will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They'll go to the counter. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Coming after it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Irish send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it to the right here. Just destroying his way through the field. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Oh, picked off. Bringing it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
And they come up with a huge pick-6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
And you'd like to think this sophomore wouldn't make a habit of trying to force passes into double coverage like that. And the Ducks will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. Here come the Irish back on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tony.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Powers through the defender. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Right back to the well. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. After run, now throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket. Yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it. Can't throw the football. Can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job.
God damn it, man.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. The field goal is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
Well, that was going to take a Herculean effort by that kicker, and he just didn't have enough leg on that kick.
Snags it quickly on the left. Runs through the tackle. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Grabs it inside the 15. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Notre Dame. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense.
Just plowing ahead. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground.
Come on, man.
It's Whittington. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Right.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
And he'll be marked down right there, still short of the first down.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd down, going up top. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give on the inside. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus an ACC school. This will be used in the college football playoff criteria.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defense. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Offense getting set for first down. Give to the running back.
Get off the block.
He run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
That's a really good-looking physical run. I'll tell you, when you think of Notre Dame football, too, you think of all the great coaches they've had, Eric Parsegian, Newt Rockne, Lou Holtz. Those guys would love what they're seeing right now. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, wearing the defense down, running the football when they know you're going to do it. This is Notre Dame football to a T. Beautiful.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires on the move. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Come on,
well,
bro,
it's a good decision
really?
by the quarterback, and I know you didn't get the first down, but the good news is you got a chunk of yards back, now setting up fourth and short and giving yourself an opportunity to go for it here and keep this drive going.
As strange as it seems, this is an easy decision. A little too far for the field goal. Punting does nothing for you. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares?
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Now facing a third and long. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Really good run there on third down. He got 5, but they're still left with a 4th and 3. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. He needed to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. Offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
They'll line up for a second down play. Release to the back. And that one's incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. 57 yards out, and he powers it through the upright. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Top 5 teams duking it out right now, man, and check this out. Florida has the lead right now, but those Gator chomps haven't come easy. They're in a tight one. They're up by 6 over Alabama. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this top 5 matchup you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Quarterback checking the play. Comes out throwing on first down. Unleashes one deep. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. you want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Here come the Irish back on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Leaves it with the running back.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Eugene as we say hello from our broadcast studios. 2 quarters of both sides feeling each other out. And it's likely to come down to which offense can find a way to generate some big plays. Adjustments will be a part of it. Maybe it's time these typically conservative play callers open up the playbook. Nothing crazy, but a calculated risk here and there to try to gain an edge in what's been a stalemate.
Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, Dave. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away.
And that ball's free behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these 2 coaching staffs.
And this option attack can lull you to sleep sometimes. I mean, just so many things they can do off of it, and you just got to play responsibility, and you got to get them on the ground and make tackles. And that was a good job limiting the damage on that play with a nice tackle.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
They'll leave it with him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
He nails it. A 58-yard field goal. So they were able to put up the 3 spot on that last drive. And now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15.
Come on, guys. Damn.
And even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Oh, what a cut. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield, and the defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
Touchdown, Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Makes the catch. It's low. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Listen, his team's obviously down in this game, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy showed up to play. He's been churning out big play after big play. Already over 100 yards rushing in this game. He's carrying his weight. He needs his buddies around him now to pick up the slack a little bit and help get this team back in the game.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Hey, no. Biscuit, no.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Casper. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Ducks look to keep this drive humming. They'll throw it on first down. Looking to scramble. At the 35, he's open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. snagged in the middle. It's Whittington. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Touchdown, Ducks! And the comeback is on. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. I think sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
He'll bring it out. It's Young. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Taking it the other way. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Oregon! This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone. Your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Payne. And the returner will be brought down.
Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man.
They'll go to the ground. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On the ground, it's Love. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up. They've changed into the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. They'll try to get it through the air. Outside the pocket, lets it go. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. And now on second down for this offense. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the chains for the first down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Wants to throw on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. After the missed connection, it's second down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. A linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
And this one will be touched and downed at the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Just feeds the running back.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
After picking up this 1st down on the ground, let's see what they do. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down. The Ducks are rolling down the field. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ballgame. Looking to help the kicker out on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 59-yard attempt. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Whittington. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the 1st one they've used this half.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in a position to win.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Right down the boulevard, it's good. Just over a minute to go. Drama is high, guys, to see if they can hold on to this lead. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive with a pass. Getting some heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Offense at an empty set. He's looking for a man on second down. And it's picked off for the third time today. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32. Now on second down. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses have just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on the show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.